good afternoon. Steph here from Hofkissed. I am just finding me on here so I can see who's popping on. All right, so here I am, first live class. My desk is clean. I don't know if you saw my video this morning, but you can see my desk. Actually, all my desk. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm excited. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be doing online classes or demos. So I'm going to be demoing different projects and stuff that I come up with. And then quite often, if not always, I will be offering a kit if you wanted to recreate the projects at home. But these videos are also here to inspire, and if you are a crafter, to use stuff that you have. As I'm going through the video and the demos, I will, hi Jen, I will talk about products that I'm using so that you'll be informed, and if they're still available and whatnot, and where to get them, and so the kits. So kits, these are the cards that we're doing today. So I do have, I think, 7 kits available, and they are already on my website. So if you went to hofkissed.ca, you'll find them under the DIY crafting sections and the kits. And so what you get is everything is prepped and ready to go to make these 3 cards that I'm going to demo today. I have this kit priced at $12, so it's quite reasonable to make these 3 cards. And I've done a lot of prep, like a lot, because I'll bring in the first card here. You will see that, I think you can see, I've done embossing and things like that for you. So a lot has already been done, and you can just put these cards together and you'll have this video as a step-by-step tutorial. So this is card 1. So if you bought the kit, I always have everything packaged like this together. Now these cards in particular, because I was trying to use what I had, and you know, we were in quarantine and stuff for so long, and so I was just using what I have. Hi Sarah, good to see you on here. Using what I have. So what I did is I took all like my papers and my little punch outs and everything and just had them all over my desk, which is not a surprise if you saw any of the photos earlier. And I just kind of mixed and matched a whole bunch of stuff together. So I had like doilies and papers and everything. Anyway, so I had tons of these doilies and used those on the card. So I glued those down first, so when you get your kit, it's already done for you, all this delicate gluing here. And then I embossed it in this nice leaf pattern. So also on your kit, you have a card base. This is crumb cake cardstock from Stampin' Up. And I will go ahead and fold that in half, and we can go ahead and glue this on the front already. Now, the one thing that is never going to be included in these kits is adhesive. So you would need to supply that. Your favorite adhesive, I like tape runner or Tombow multi-purpose adhesive, and when I like to pop things up, I use dimensionals. So I also have some adhesives available on my website as well, and so you can purchase those there, or from your local craft store, or if you have some in your stash, whatever you like to use. Okay, so we have that. Now these tulips here were punched from paper, because one thing that I can't do when I put together kits is include any sort of stamping or stamped images. So I have pre-punched these tulips from some paper, and that was using this tulip punch here from Stampin' Up. That's still available. This is, you get the tulip and the leaf in one. And then this little cutie thing is a mason jar. And that was punched using this one. And I actually punched 2 mason jars and glued them together because I wanted them to be wider. So that's already done for you in your kit too. And I embossed it with an embossing folder. Look at that. So you can choose either side. You can do bumps out, which is embossed, or you can flip it over, and this is called debossed. So I'm going to do it debossed. And you have some twine in here. So before you do anything with that, you have this long piece of twine. And I'm going to fold it in half. So I get a double wrap around, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. I was just gonna start humming. I'm known to hum. All right, and I'll probably do it at some point during this video. Okay, so then I'm just going to come in and trim the ends. So I always like giving a long piece of twine. All right, there we go. So this part gets popped up. I like popping things up, so I'm just going to add a couple dimensionals down towards the bottom, like under the string part, I mean. And peel those off. Let me bring my garbage bin down. So now that I've cleaned off my desk, you know, I want to keep it clean. Is that gonna happen? I don't know. All right, I'm just going to pop that on here in the bottom. And then you have a bunch of tulips. So I did keep, losing my hair. I did keep 4 for the inside, so kind of 1 of each color. So I'll just set those aside so I don't use those. And then it just comes to flower arranging. So I used glue dots for this just because I wanted to be able to kind of stick them in and figure things out and stuff. So I didn't put dimensionals up there, so I can sneak it in a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of look at this one here, and let's see, add a glue dot. I kind of had that one there. Now certainly you can do as many flowers, you can arrange these however you want. And then that's just going to get maybe about there. And then I had kind of that behind. Am I on screen? Geez, I'm not even paying attention. Oh, it's been a while. Okay. And that one kind of just gets popped in there. So now, again, I want to use glue dots because I can pick them up here from my scissors, and I can just kind of plop it in behind and stick things down. This honestly is kind of a complicated way. But you know, I'm going with it. This is how I did it. Certainly you can just now that I have that one there, I can just add glue dots to the back. Glue dots are kind of like mess free and things will stay put. So I got that one down, and then this one I actually popped up to give it some dimension here. So I'll just add a few dimensionals on the back. Peel those off. If you're wondering why it's so quiet here, my children are home, but I threaten them. Do not come down. I have a video. Okay. In your kit, you also, I included 3 little enamel dots here. So I just like to pick them up and put them on the front. So there, that's almost done. I'm just going to do the inside here as well. I believe it's kind of ran off the page a little. Oh, I have 2 yellow, so let's put a yellow first at the bottom. And then let's see, then let's put this color. I just kind of, you know, tuck them in, put them over. I didn't pop any of these up because this was already so popped up that I didn't want to add any more dimension to the inside. Let's put that one there. Now, if you don't want to do a whole lot of writing, you can just cover the majority of the inside in flowers. That way you only have to sign your name, right? All right. Put this in. Now the green piece, see, I kind of did this backwards. It's gonna work, but the green piece does kind of go to the top and the bottom of the card. So I would have actually glued the white piece in first and then done the green piece. But, you know, it worked out. Okay, to finish things off, so you can leave it like this. I might sneak a glue dot in behind there just to hold that down. There we go. So you can totally leave it sentiment free. But again, I can't include any stamped images. So I have these here. And if you didn't know, I have a whole bunch of free printables on my website at hofkissed.ca. And you can search up the printables there. And I have, I think, 4 or 5, maybe a couple more, just different things. And I'll keep adding things as we go. But I have one here that's different types of thank yous. And you can just cut them into strips. And then I just kind of angled them like this. I often need thank you cards, so I'll do that. And again, I'll just stick them on here with a glue dot. And I like to angle them because if you angle things purposely, if they're crooked, it doesn't matter. So there you go. There's a tip for you. All right, there we go. Now, on my original, I did just go in with a black pen and just make some lines. I'm not going to do that for you today, but I will hold it closer and you can see what that looks like. But there's card 1 done. Not too bad. Well, let me just clean up here a little bit and I will bring in card number 2, which is going to be this sort of fun fold one. So again, no sentiments, but if you had stamp sets at home, you can add your own little personal touches if you bought the kit, or do something on your computer, or I have, again, a bunch of free printables that you can find on my website. So we'll bring over the kit here. This one has a lot of pieces. Always check the inside of your envelope just to make sure you have everything and nothing gets left in there. Now this is a fun fold card, so we just have a, let's see, 5.5 by 4.25 piece of gray granite cardstock. And this is a retired paper from Stampin' Up!, but it went with my nautical theme. No, I don't want to glue that down yet. This was actually a, I think they're like 3.5 by 5 card base. you know, the smaller note card bases. So I just cut it off, so to make a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. So that's going to be one part of our fun fold, and then the extra piece here, I embossed it for you with the Seaside embossing folder from Stampin' Up, and that's going to get tucked in over here. So before we glue this on, we actually want to put this piece on. So all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of adhesive to this back part, and just kind of tuck it in, make sure it's straight, and tuck it in there, and then we can go ahead and glue this down. Do you hear them fighting? There goes my peace and quiet. I hope you can't hear that. Okay. Miss Bossy upstairs, bossing her brother. Oh, okay. So we have that one. Then before I glued this down, I did just go ahead and give this one a little rip. So if I tear it towards me, then I get this kind of white edge, which I want. And then I want to get the same part here. And do you see there's like a little space in between? So then I just did it on this other little piece, and this one might be a little more tricky because you're ripping off. I don't want to rip off too much, but there we go. Maybe I'll get rid of a little bit more there. There we go. All right, and we can go ahead and glue this piece on. So this is just going to get glued right up to the edge there. And then this will open and close. And we can go ahead now and glue this down. So I want sort of an equal border around there. So I'll just add adhesive to the back. And you want to make sure this flap is up. You don't want to glue that one down. There we go. So now we have our fun fold. You got to open this and open that. Oh, thanks, Sarah. All right, we got some kit purchases happening. You haven't even seen all the cards. Okay. So now we have all these other pieces here. These were from, I think, past Paper Pumpkin Kits. Paper Pumpkin Kits is a monthly subscription from Stampin' Up. And let's see, what do I have here? Okay, lots of pieces. If you get your kit, now I've like triple checked everything, but if you get your kit and you notice like you're missing something, just give me a shout and I'll make sure that we get it to you. Okay, so you do have a little piece of twine. I unraveled it, so you just twist it the opposite way and it'll unravel in your fingers to get three strands of twine. I just thought it looked a little more fun, gave it some texture. Might have to punch out your hole. Now, I'm gonna see if I can get this to work. On the original, I've tied it around through here, but if that's frustrating, we might just attach it with a glue dot, but we'll see how it goes. All right, nothing like doing this finicky work on live video. All right. Maybe I should have waited to undo the strands until after it was tied. Okay, I think I got it. Mostly. I do love doing this finicky stuff, but I don't think about it when I meant to do it on video. Live video, right? I can't go back and edit. Okay, that was my problem this morning, if you got my video. I was trying to just talk about the classes coming and everything, and I swear I was sitting there for half an hour. And I kept, redoing it, and I said, no, let's just go on live. Okay, go on live, and then you can't change it. Just going to trim these. Oh, I did it. My hands are all sweaty now. I'm shaking. All right. I would suggest, if you want to do this little twine, just doing one knot and sticking it on with a glue dot. That's what I would suggest. Okay, speaking of glue dots, they're going to be your best friend on this card. Also available on my online store, hofkissed.ca. I took these two pieces first and I did this sort of thing. And so this is where glue dots are going to come in handy, because I'm going to position it where I want it. And then I'm just going to sneak a glue dot there and put another one back here. All right, and so I kind of want that about there. And I don't know if these are coming up on camera, but these little vellum coral pieces. So those definitely with a glue dot. I just take those and stick them right into the glue dot. So I had one up here. And then another one. And you just want to keep checking that wherever you're going to put it, it's not hanging over the card. It's okay if it's hanging over this piece, but not this backer piece, because then it's not going to fit in the envelope. All right, and once I kind of have it in that sort of, once I've done those things, I'm just going to add a couple glue dots here. Now, here's where you have to pay attention. I don't want glue dots up at this point or down here, because those pieces will be hanging over. So I kind of just want two glue dots right here in the middle. And I'm going to peel those off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick those on. Now I can come in with a few extra pieces here and just add one little glue dot there and sneak that guy in behind there. And sorry, there's just a little piece stuck in here. Even though this could be a manly card, I thought, wow, is that coming up? Some sparkle. You guys can have sparkle, right? Just added a glue dot. Then I'm just going to goober it up a little bit so it kind of gets hidden. And that one goes there. All right. This one has a lot of pieces to it. Then I glued this one here flat. So we're going to take, I have one thing of coral here. So I put that on first and kind of stuck it there. For this, I'm actually going to bring in my Tombow, just because I need tape runners a little bit too. Of course it's clogged, of course. I keep these things upside down, but I think the other day my kids were using them and I came down in the morning and it was open, so now it's a little dry. Okay, I'm not going to use Tombow. Go back to my trusty glue dots. Okay. I'm just going to press it into the glue dot and I have them stuck to my table. All right, and then I want it peeking out, so I'm just going to do that. There we go. Okay, we still have a few pieces left. So even though this is a tinier inside, I still have to do the inside. Still love doing the inside. Okay, so we're going to add this strip here. And plop that down. It's a tad longer, so I'm just going to give that a little snip. Okay, and one last coral. So you have 4 corals in here in this kit, and pop that in behind there. And then again, glue dots are my friend on this card. I'm going to add a couple in behind there, and then just pop that on there. Done. I love fun folds. It just adds so much interest to a card, and you don't see them very often. So there we go. Card 2 done. All right. Look at all these glue dots I'm using. I'm going to use more. You probably want glue dots for this card kit, just because of all the pieces here. This is my favorite one. Check out all that punch work I did for you guys already. All right, here we go. Last card. Kit contents. There are a lot. Look, I still have something in there. This one has a patterned lined envelope. And again, I think I pulled another kit. I think I pulled apart another kit and made this kit. Like, I just took pieces from here, there, and everywhere. All right. So, fold the card base in half. This color is Petal Pink from Stampin' Up. It measures 8.5 by 5.5 and scored. Already done for you at 4.25. So we'll fold that in half. Then we have this finicky, fine detailed piece. I don't know if that's popping up, but it's die cut really nicely. Has lots of little holes, which, by the way, I already popped out for you, so you don't have to sit there. Come on, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so because this is so fine, all I'm going to do really is add a glue dot to each corner. You can go around and add a little bit of liquid glue, but as you saw, my Tombow is clogged and I'm not going to bore you with trying to get that out. So I just added a glue dot in all 4 corners, and I'm going to lay that out here about like so. I'm not overly concerned because this piece is going to go over top and it'll help to hold down this piece. All right, so this piece embossed for you already with this lovely embossing folder. Going to flip that over, and I popped this one up. Now, I kind of do things a little bit backwards, right? If you want to do the assembly first, then you go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna pop it up so I can kind of get a better sense as to where to put things down. And there is no right or wrong with this one. We're just going to assemble. I think I must have added and taken things out so many times. All right. I wanted the flowers up because I'm going to build more flowers down. Or sorry, the embossed part to be at the top because I'm going to add some more flowers down here. Now, again, we've got some of this twine, and you could just kind of wrap it around and do that, but same as in the last card, I'm just going to unravel it because I liked the look that that gave. So when you twist it the opposite way, you just get these 3 strands. And if you keep twisting it and you get your fingers in there, and you can kind of just do this sort of thing and unravel it. I did not do this part for you in your kit. It does take a little bit of time, but I also didn't do it because I knew that, so, I mean, it's preference, right? Some people don't like the look of this. Some people would leave the twine off. Some might prefer to do a bow. So I didn't want to make this choice for you. Certainly you can also purchase the kit and do whatever you want with the pieces. I mean, you don't have to make it as shown, right? You can do what you want with it. All right, so now I have these 3 strands. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here to my card base. Not my card base, this piece here, because I'm going to do the twine first, and I'm just sticking it in this adhesive part. And I kind of want the ends to go opposite. So I got one open end here and one finishing at the top there. Then you have a whole bunch of pieces. Let me take a peek what I did in the inside. All right, so you have a whole bunch of pieces here. I think I gave myself extra flowers. All right. Well, I have extra flowers. I think you should only have 3 flowers. I will have to double check the kits on these ones. But anyway, okay. Already punched for you. I like kind of bending these up a little bit. And then I'm just going to go ahead with a glue dot. And I'm going to, oh, it's about to get crazy. There goes my doorbell. I'm going to hear my name in a minute, probably. Unless they're going to listen and not bother me. All right. Then we have all these pieces, all these punched leaves and everything, and we're just going to arrange them. So let's see, you can give these a little bit more dimension too if you want. This is where I'm just going to use glue dots, because I'm just going to kind of start sticking them down. And I know I'm keeping in mind that this is going to be my biggest flower, and I want to make sure that the majority of these things are covered. So I can just temporarily lay that down there too, just so I can make sure that the middle is getting covered. See, there's my name. And popping these in behind there, and you can add as much or as little as you want. All right, so we started with all of those leaves. Now this one I'm going to pop up here, so I'm just going to add 1 dimensional on the back and pop that there. In the kit you also have several little stickers. So there's a couple of these little flowers in petal pink, and I just peeled those off and added those there. Oh, I know why I have extra flowers. I think everyone else's kit is okay, but let's see. All right, you have 1 of these big flowers, and I just pop this in behind here. There we go. You also get several of these little jewel these jewel things. So let's see, I did a gray one in the middle, and then I just kind of added these randomly. Don't think about it, just do it. Just do it, just add these in here and there. Let's see, a gray one, and let's do a, ooh, did you hear my stomach? Oh my gosh, it's talking to me. Okay, so I just popped those all on there. Nice. Oh, I love the shimmer. Okay, inside. Light colored card base, but I still gave you a white insert. I have a lot of flowers left. Okay, a white insert. I'm going to add this here. Yes, this was a card kit. Oh, how did I did it at the bottom? This was a card kit from Stampin' Up. This and these flowers were actually punched from a card base. That's what it was. I did these so long ago, I forget. All right, so again, this is hanging over, so I'm kind of doing it backwards because I should have made sure that my white piece was centered first, but it's live and I can't change it now. So I'm gonna do this backwards, and I gotta snip this. So don't do what I did. There we go. Glue white piece in first and then do this piece. Okay, so here's where my card will differ. Most of the kits are going to have another big sticker, but mine did not, and that's why I have these extra pieces. But same thing as on the outside, we'll just go ahead and add. And I gave you lots of foliage and everything, so you might have extra pieces. You might want to add all your pieces. You might want to add no pieces. It's your, oh, whoa, did you hear that? My stomach. Oh my goodness. I hope you couldn't hear that. Okay, so my card is going to have this flower. I'm pretty sure the rest of them have another one of these stickers, but just in case yours will have these flowers too, then I put that down too far, and that's why you have extra. All right, glue. Whoa, I'm struggling here. Okay, there we go. One more. Now I've covered up all my foliage. All right, one more. Glue that on there. Stick that down. I hope you can't hear my stomach. Oh my gosh. Okay, this I stuck one of these flowers on the inside because to give it more of a centerpiece here, but you might, I think you have that sticker, so you wouldn't necessarily be doing that. But let's see, I'm gonna add some color, and I'm not gonna fiddle with it, but I wish that was a bit higher. But anyway, okay, there we go. Card 3 done. So I'll just bring in the cards again. These are the cards pieces that, or the kits that you would get in this particular card kit. You can find it now on my website, hofkissed.ca. And also if you need any adhesives or anything, you can do that there. I just have this here. Maybe you've been reading it as I've been chatting away here, but I really appreciate the support. There's so many different ways that you can support me. Commenting, liking, sharing my videos. Even if you're not a crafter, that certainly supports me. You can shop with me on my website. If you need Stampin' Up! Products, I'm there for you too. And you can find me on social media just by searching Hofkissed. So thank you so much, and we shall see you again this Thursday, which is the 6th at 2 p.m. All right. Take care. Bye.